everyone, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Motivated Miss Stitcher, otherwise known as Kate, and today I'm bringing you my Flosstube video for the month of December. Today's going to be a little bit different. I've decided that I'm going to do a bit of a WIP parade, going through all the WIPs that I have. One thing I should tell you, I think I mentioned in my November video that I was going to do the 12 by 12. Things have changed. I was introduced to the WIP Warrior group, which was originally the No New Starts group on Facebook, and I decided to join, but one of the rules is any new starts, before they can be declared a WIP, need to have 200 stitches in them, which I would not have been able to get done on 12 projects on New Year's Eve, which is now tomorrow. And so instead I pivoted and did 12 days of new starts. Instead of the 12 days of Christmas, essentially. I started on the 19th, or was it the 20th? I can't remember. And I am now down to 2 new starts that I haven't completed yet, but we will get on with that. I will show you them as well as the ones that I have started. So let's get going. So the first thing I have to show you is my Modern Folk Embroidery, what is it? My 2022 SAL. This, unfortunately, after all the work of the year, I had to UFO because the damn border, the border didn't match up, which is an absolute bugger. I attempted, I guess, to do this on Dark Sugar Plum by Mystic Fabrics, 32 count with 3853 DMC. And yeah, it's beautiful, except the border doesn't match up. I may revisit this, but definitely right now it is UFO'd. It may come into a resurrection later, I don't know, but not now. So that is that. Then we have, what is it? Snow Maiden. She is a memorabilia, as you can see. I did her on a piece of wisteria, 32 count opalescent. And she was part of my my goals for December, and she's looking gorgeous, actually. Sorry about the lack of ironing. I don't iron typically, but yeah, there she is. She is, I'm just thinking, she is on my WIP Go board this month. I mean, not this month, this year, so she will have 2 sections more done on her, but this year, but it is not until at least February at this point. She is, hasn't been called. The next project I have is Miss Dancing Flower. She was an old start. I think I started her, did I start her earlier this year, or was it late last year? I can't remember. However, she is looking gorgeous. I haven't really touched her since, when was it? May, I think, when the final of her 2 calls on my WIP Go board for 2022 were finished. Everything in terms of the fabric on this one is called for, so I believe it's the Witchelt Water Lilies 32 count fabric. Nothing spectacular, but she's looking gorgeous with that anyhow. This one was once upon a time a restart. Sleeping Princess. I love it. She's a big girl though. With me joining WIP Warriors, I realize she's considered to be a BAP, a big ass project, which I guess in retrospect I can see, but it's in some ways doesn't feel like it, because it's kind of bottom heavy. It's not really based on full coverage anyways. So that's her. I've been doing her on a color by color basis, so I kind of love how it's coming together now. She has another two squares on my WIP Go board for 2023. And I believe another called for fabric. I can't remember what it's called, honestly, but I know it's 32 count. And yeah, I should mention that my board is probably mostly memorabilia this year, because I'm going to the Queen City Stitch Retreat in October of 2023, so I'm wanting to stick to that. Moving slightly off kilter from the memorabilia haul is Dark Queen of the Sea. I'm happy to report that I've been able to keep up with this Sal so far. Although this month's seemed very heavy. I'll be quite honest with you. Enjoyable, but heavy. I was happy to kind of see the back of her for a bit, although I look forward to doing the next section. And so it's just the bottom bit over here that was like the ground and so on, but she's looking fantastic. For her, I'm kind of hoping that we can move upwards for January's section, but that's just me. We'll see what happens. It's not really my choice. And, oh, sorry about the crinkling. I forgot to take this out. My apologies. The next one I have is actually one of my WIP Go calls for the month of January. That's Twisted Princesses. I have 3 more sections on this one, and she's on my board twice, so I may make it a bit of a goal to try to get them, I should say, not her, them, done. Instead of using the called for fabric, which I think was the 32 count water lilies, I did her on I think it's called French Country Linen, but it's the same 32 count. And no changes to any of the flosses. As I've said before, I don't really change the flosses unless my LNS is out of a certain thread and they decide to suggest another one because everything's out, or it's discontinued or what have you. But that's the way I roll, I guess. The next one, this is Alien. I started her for an ex-boyfriend, or a newly ex-boyfriend, not any ex-boyfriend, just any ex-boyfriend. Anyways, I really do want to complete her at some point, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a thread a day or color a day, thread color a day, and try to get her finished off, because I'm sort of, I spend a lot of time on her, so it would be already, which it doesn't look like much, but given the fact that I've had a lot of what's the word, fabric issues prior to actually getting her really started, I wanted to, I'm hell-bent to finish her. I'm hoping that by the time I do, I'll still have contact with his daughter, so I can get this to him in some fashion. But I've just done a bit of the sky, and she's kind of poking in there. Just trying to get some of the, yeah, that little black bit down there. So she's big. Originally the pattern calls for her to be done 1/1. I can't do 1/1, so I did 2/2, and that's basically made her poster size, which is kind of fantastic. And you know, even if my ex doesn't get her specifically, it will be, I'll hopefully can find a home for her at some point. But yeah, and she is on a 32 count bedrock from Be Stitch Me. That's something else I forgot to mention. Moving on. So now we're moving to more of the 12. Now we're moving kind of properly on to the 12 by, or what would have been my 12 by 12, but now is 12 New Starts. This is Spring Quaker by Leela Studios. I decided to start her on the winter solstice because, well, why not, right? There is, the saying on there is regards to spring, and no matter how long a winter, spring is sure to come. Anyways, so I did not select the called for fabric. Instead, I am doing a, what is it, Mystic Fabrics, I believe it's Clarify. I should probably check on that, but that's where it is. Fantastic. I'm honestly feeling I'm going to enjoy this one. Unfortunately, it only represents one block on my WIP Go board, but you know, that's life, as they say. And I have to make my choices, right? One thing I am going to do is just get my planner out so that I know what's where and how when it comes to what I'm doing. Yeah, so let's move on. The next one I have here, and I started her on December 22nd. It is a 32 count. Well, it's Raven by, it's Nora Corbett, but Mirabilia and Nora Corbett are, of course, the same. Never, of course, the called for. And she is being done on, oh no, I wrote down amber, but this isn't amber. This, I believe, is brain fog. Just a little bit right there. She's going to be a small one, but that's okay. Actually, she's in WIP Warriors considers her to be a medium project. My only medium project. I clearly do not do small stuff. Then, my other WIP Go call for this month is Moonflower by Mirabilia. She is gorgeous and is going to look absolutely fantastic on, sorry, I just have to check here. Oh, I didn't write the fabric down on here either, but I think this is pumpkin spice, 32 count maybe. Anyways. Oh no, I'm showing you the back. There we go. Yeah, this is gonna pop like nothing else, and I'm looking forward to working on her this month. It's a big section that the center of this particular piece came up with, so I'm excited. I'm really excited to get that one done. Now, the next one is another, they're all new starts at this point, Rosamund by Mirabilia. She's a relatively new addition to Nora Corbett's collection, and she is on some Opal Enchanted. Right now it's really hard to kind of see what I've done. I'm not even sure if I've got that the right way up, but oh my god, that's really bad. Trust, oh there, I think you can see it just there, maybe. The lighting's really bad because it's still really early, and natural light isn't my thing right now because it's, well, midwinter, right? Or just outside of midwinter. But yeah, she, she, like all my Mirabilias this year, are on my WIP Go board twice at least. And she is, yeah, 32 count Opal Enchanted by Mystic Fabrics. I think she's gonna pop nicely off there. Moving on, we are now at my Christmas Day start, which is Holiday Quaker by Leela Studios. You cannot do a Christmas theme stuff on Christmas Day. Like, come on. That's just insane, right? For this one, I did a 28 count Spending Amnesia by Mystic Fabrics. And this is going to be another one that kind of blends in, unfortunately. I think the other colors are going to pop around it, but for now it's just a bunch of white little bit stuff there. I don't think you can even make it out there. Oh, I think I can see it there. But yeah, it's not a lot. I do look forward to touching this one, and hopefully for the one square it does have, to make it actually look like something instead of just a plain piece of fabric. And I apologize for that. Some things just don't show up as apparently as initially as you may hope they do. But that's that. My next one is Opal Fairy, October Opal Fairy. October's my birth month, so while she is not something I would usually do. She is something I've wanted to do, and Opal Fairy. She is being done on the other half of the Brain Fog, and yeah, you can see a lot more of her than some of my other ones. She's going to be somewhat small as well, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm sorry about the glare there. Can't do much, I'm afraid. So that's that. Moving on, we have Tea. This was a release this year by Mirabilia. And this one was a start on the 27th. One of my close friends' birthdays, and he's kind of into tea, coffee, and the like, so I thought that this was an appropriate one to start on that date. And this is probably, I would say, the one piece that has something that, even with how little I've done, just to get these started, something that looks like something, I guess. Just doing that, the table leg, I guess. Well, it isn't. It's a rounded table, so I'm not sure whether it's a table leg or stand bit. You know what I'm talking about. And that was done, that fabric, if anyone is interested, is 32 Opal Atypical by Mystic Fabrics. And on the other side of that fabric, yeah, I've decided to do Charlotte. Now, she is the exception to my Mirabilia 2 squares per project rule. She is part of a SAL for the Queen City Stitch Retreat, because Queen City in the US is, of course, Charlotte, and she is Charlotte. So, yeah, she will hopefully, all 4 calls will hopefully be done before, be done before the Stitch Retreat, but that's where I've gotten to so far. I do love the pinks on this one. I'm looking forward to seeing her in the flesh. Like literally, like when I stitch her face and what have you. She's gonna look good next to my, what is it? Gypsy Queen that is framed in upstairs. The next one, and I think this is the one I started yesterday, so this is the last, well, nearly the last. I have one more as well. I started her yesterday. This is Halloween Quaker by Leela Studios, and she is being done on a, I think it's Picture This Plus 32 count lightning strike. And originally I had bought this fabric to do my alien on, but it was too small. But luckily it will fit Halloween Quaker nicely, and those colors are really popping. You'll have to trust me on that, but they are. Didn't get a lot done, but it's enough to declare a start on WIP Warriors, so there we go. Yeah, all fun, right? So that's that. And then final one, we have the well, it's the Snowman Collector series, and this is just the first one, of course, but behind the pattern I have the border for those that want to do all of them on one piece, and I'm one of those people. I started this on, when was it? On I think the 20th. It was the first new start I made for my 12 days of new starts, I guess. And I've been working, I wanted to get the border done so that I can kind of do a semi new start on this I was showing it upside down, for heaven's sakes. Get a new start, kind of have a new year new start, but not really, kind of thing. So I'll start January 1st. I'll start the needleworker snowman, and I should be done the border today, so I'll have a day off as well, which is kind of awesome. I'm using the leftovers from the yard I got of bedrock for Alien. I love this fabric color. The reason being, it for me it resembles kind of dirty snow, you know, when it's mixed with sand, for you know, grit for the cars and what have you, and it looks gorgeous. It really does. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the snowmen. Of course I have the needleworker, the clown one, which is February's installment. I also have, well, I have that one on order. It should be coming into my LNS over the holidays. Unfortunately, my LNS closed, fortunately, I don't know. I guess it's fortunately for the owners and the workers, unfortunate for me, but they closed down over the Christmas break, which they wholly deserve, to be fair. And they should enjoy that. So, yeah. So that's sort of everything. It's going to be a fun year. My plan really for January is to focus on Alien. And I'm going to focus on her going forward. I'm going to do sort of a thread a day on that one starting January 1st. In addition, I am going to have, I'm going to use the focus event that WIP Warriors has to focus on that as well. Outside of that, I will do, I'll work on the other projects, my 2 WIP goes and my 2 sals, which are the Snowman Collector and the Dark Queen of the Earth. One thing I forgot to mention was my new starts for the last 2 days of the year. Today's is going to be Queen Sorry, and I am doing her on 32 count kaleidoscope from Mystic Fabrics. It's an incredibly bold and bright kind of fabric. I'm not going to take that out to avoid, but you can get an idea of how bold and bright she's going to be. And then also I am going to start Autumn Lane Stitchery's Dark Queen of the Sea, because I didn't get on the bandwagon with Dark Queen of the, with her when she was a Sal, and you can't just have the Earth, right? Dark Queen of the Earth, you have to have the element. That will mean that I will have a lot to, like, yeah, having the Snow Collector done means that I will have the entire day to just stitch on Dark Queen of the Sea, which is kind of an awesome kind of New Year's gift, so to speak. So yeah, that is a wrap. This is going on too because apparently my camera thinks it's okay to turn me off when I'm still talking. Yeah, so that's that. I hope everyone's Christmas is great. I hope everyone has a fantastic new year. You know, all the best. Please, you know, if you found this channel, please subscribe. Like my video. I also have an Instagram under the same name. So I should be easy to find. And yeah, just have a great year. Stitch on. That's all I can say. Have a great day, guys. Bye.